Hey guys, in this video, I want to address some misinformation or misinterpretations that are given about elephant money by Gerhard Bitcoin Strategy, this guy. So he just posted a video about elephant money. It doesn't seem like he knows what he's really talking about. So in this video, we're going to address some of those things and kind of encourage him and all of you guys to look into it deeper before you make any decisions. All right, let's check it out. What's going on, peeps? Hey, I wanted to drop this video real quick just to let you guys that are looking into elephant money know to do your own research. Do not look into every Tom, Dick, and Harry that leaves a video about elephant money. Do not assume that everyone knows what they're talking about. Dig into the protocol yourself, understand how it works. And when you understand this, you can make a better decision on whether it's a good investment for you or not. So I say that to you guys in the community, and I address also this guy that just launched this video here. There's Gerhard, the Bitcoin Strategy, in this video here. He just dropped it 8 hours ago or so, because in this video, he's equating elephant money to other Ponzi schemes, and he's speaking on it without knowledge. So I'm going to play through the video a little bit and just bring some quick points out for you guys to look more into. And even for Gerhard himself, when you go through, if you see this video, based on my response, go and look into the elephant money protocol deeper so that you yourself can have a better understanding. Okay, so let's see what you're talking about and just go ahead and pick up.
Over time. Now think about this from a fundamental perspective. You put in money, so for example, wrapped BNB, you put this into elephant money, and then elephant money does some magic and you expect more wrapped BNB out. Now there's a limited supply of wrapped BNB, right? Wrapped BNB doesn't inflate as quickly. So where does the wrapped BNB come from? Whenever you take out more of that asset, it must come from somebody else.
All right, this is what I want to talk about. He's saying that in a system like elephant money, everything you put in has to come from somebody else. Guess who this somebody else is? This somebody else is a whale. Her name is Bertha. Bertha is the second largest holder of the elephant token. Understand that there are a quadrillion tokens, or 1,000 trillion tokens in existence. All of them have already been minted. Half of them are held by another contract called the graveyard. And then a larger percentage of it is held by another whale that is controlled by smart contracts. Her job is to pay out obligations, and her job is to maintain the price stability and to keep buy pressure on the token. So what he's expressing here is that in order for you to put money in and get out, you are taking from somebody else, like another investor. Now, to some degree, of course, that might be true, but Bertha is taking the brunt of it. She's paying out obligations because she's being fed with every single transaction that goes on throughout all of the protocols. She's growing stronger and she's more equipped to pay out whatever obligations come up. Okay, let's keep going.
Your profit in a closed system like this has to come from somebody else. And when the price always goes up, when the price cannot deflate, then something else has to deflate here, right? The risk is not, as with other assets, that somebody after you will dump on you, that somebody after you will sell.
That's right. We don't have to worry about dumping and selling, but listen to what he's saying, because he hadn't caught Bertha yet.
The risk here is different. The risk is the stability of the treasury. It's how many people will come after you to.
All right, listen to that. That is the risk, the stability of the treasury. And the beautiful thing is that Bertha is very stable, even to the point where while the trunk token is out of peg right now, Bertha could pay that off today, right? But it's intelligent enough to wait until it has 10 times the amount that's required before it pays it off. You know, the money is used wisely. This is not your typical DeFi project, and it's definitely not a Ponzi scheme. A lot of thought. Trust me, I've been going through this trying to find flaws because I was just like Gerhard a month ago until I actually looked into what elephant money was about. All right. So there is great stability. And keep in mind, it's not just Bertha. You still have the graveyard treasury that's holding 50%, right?
Buy into elephant money. Your returns in a closed loop system like this are 100% coming from people that get into this afterwards.
100% from people coming in afterwards. Again, that's not true, people. Even there are a lot of things going on behind the scenes in elephant money that this guy doesn't know about. One of the things is arbitrage. So you have deep liquidity over on PancakeSwap. You have deep liquidity on the native DEX. And the system is automatically arbitraging, which is generating more revenue for Bertha. That's not coming out of the pockets of me as an investor or you as an investor. That is the system generating additional assets and value for itself. And hence, as it's raising the price, we as investors are able to benefit and profit from the increase in the price. Is this making sense? Not only that, you know, if you check through some of the history or some of the AMAs that Bank Teller has done, someone had mentioned lending, because lending is a big thing. You can make a ton of money through lending, taking out some capital and lending. Guys, elephant money is running so strong right now that Bank Teller is like, I don't even need that. You know, the thought, okay, that's a consideration, but that's not something the elephant money needs to do. It is a very healthy and strong, well, mechanics, tokenomics, and everything that is in place. Now, keep in mind, should something go down and they see fit to start lending because they need to generate more revenue, of course. But at this point in time, that's not even the case. That's not even up for consideration, right? So do not allow this guy to tell you that 100% of what you get is coming out of, or what you're taking out of the system is affecting or affected by 100% of what's put in by investors. This guy does not understand the dynamics of Bertha nor the graveyard. Let's keep going.
And everybody that's been around in crypto knows the evil P word, right? The way we call
Yeah, you're talking about
this
Ponzi.
kind of system. Not going to say this here, but we all know what you're talking about. Who wins in a system like this? If you want to triple your money, two other people have to lose all of their money. The person that wins is the person that gets in first. This is very counterintuitive to other cryptos. Usually, a crypto gets safer, there is safety in numbers, the larger it gets.
And that is true.
Right? Bitcoin now is super safe compared to all the other cryptos because it has all of this adoption.
That is true. Bitcoin is very safe. But elephant money is safe as well. Check out the liquidity, people. Check out how quickly it's growing. And as it continues to grow and people continue to see the chart like this, and the chart continues to go up far past the previous all-time high, this is going to be a huge money maker for many, many people.
So many people are in the system. Bitcoin isn't very inflationary. There's so much support for Bitcoin. But that's different for these kind of P systems.
Not different from elephant money. It is not a P system.
When the participants in a system like this expect very fast profit, then the system has to grow at the same pace.
Look at how this system is growing. It's growing beyond the pace. All right. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
If it does not, it collapses. Inflationary P schemes get more and more risky.
Again, this is not an inflationary token. All of the tokens have already been minted. It's a simple concept of supply and demand. The supply is already there. The birth of the whale is ensuring that the demand continues to grow. And how is she doing that? She's buying up elephants herself. This contract is taking these tokens out of circulation. That is making the price go up. As the price goes up, it catches the eyes of investors. Investors come in, they buy the token. That shoots the price up more. Investors sell off. They sell off. Bertha gets a percentage of what they're selling off. Bertha continues to grow, and she continues to focus on the increase in the price. That's layman's words. Check out the protocol for yourself.
Over time, because it gets harder and harder to fulfill that expectation of doubling every month or whatever it is, right? If you're very, very small as a crypto project, if you're a new system like this, then things are rosy. There's a lot of potential growth ahead. But if you're already 500 million heavy, then doubling again gets exponentially harder with time.
Now that is true. You know, as more and more money comes in, it makes it harder for the price to still kick out 2% a day, 5% a day, 10% a day, right? But right now, we are in the early stages. However, what he's referring to here is that once this happens, the price will tank. And that's not the case. What will happen, as I showed you guys in a previous video, instead of this line going straight upward here, it will simply just start curving off a little bit. So we might not be seeing 5% returns a day or 4% returns a day. But right now, that's where it's headed. And that's why it is a good idea to get in early. But if you get in late, that doesn't mean you're going to get wrecked. You guys need to understand this protocol. It is not a system that's designed to drain your money like Forex Sharks projects are, right? This is truly a beast in the realm of DeFi. And unless you guys get it and understand it, you'll never want to invest in it. When I looked at this thing for the first time, I was completely against it. And you can check out some of my previous videos. And I gave an explanation on why. But when I really dug into it and saw what the system was about, hey, I'm a fan. And I have to share this with you guys and come against people that speak on it with no knowledge of the system. Okay.
Usually projects get less risky as they go, but P schemes get more risky as they grow. It's a system that transfers money from the late adopters to the early adopters. And if you're not in the first 10-20% of adopters, if you're in the last 30% of adopters, you are the exit liquidity. You are not somebody that profits. And it's
that is true for Forex Sharks projects.
Incredibly hard to appreciate this when charts like this get printed, right? It's only 10% buy tax, a 10% sell tax. We went up by 50-60% in the last month. What could go wrong? Is the likelihood of this scheme growing for another month?
Okay. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Here we go. The likelihood of it growing for another month. Bruh, did you really check out this chart? Have you really checked it out? This has been a consistent growth, man, over the course of months. Even had that exploit not occurred, right? The Bertha, the treasury that's controlled by smart contracts, she's doing her job to ensure that there's a steady increase in the price. So if we just wipe this part out altogether, there's not just a month. You're saying a month it could crash? No, bro. This ain't crashing. The only thing that can cause this to crash is a rug or an exploit, and that just ain't going to happen. You know, they've put some serious contracts in place to make sure that never happens again, right?
High enough. We all know that at some point this will end, but maybe we are still early enough, right? It doesn't take that much for a system like this to go from 600 million to
600 million right there, man. Just in the past 8 hours, you talk about adoption. It done went from, you know what, and gained another 50 million. All right, y'all sleep on elephant money you want to.
1.8 billion is much harder than going from 20 million to 60 million. It's hard to attract capital to a scheme like this at that size. There is eventually a saturation point, and the only way to make money here is to estimate that saturation point in a better way than most other people. And if you can't estimate a saturation point when this thing stops going, then you simply have to be hyper early in any of those systems. Now with elephant money, are we still hyper early? Probably not, right? Look at this chart over here.
All right. So he don't think you're early. I'm telling you, elephant money is still on the ground floor, people. He's about to compare some charts. So I pulled these charts up as well. And I'm like, how dare him compare the elephant money chart with these? But let's see what he says.
This was a strong block. And look how it developed afterwards.
Yeah, let's look at it.
Crashed the price.
All right, let's look at this strong block he's talking about. Let's look at this really. Here's the chart. Now, one thing I want you guys to see, he's comparing this chart with elephant money, right? You can't compare. This goes up, down like a typical Forex shark project, right? But watch this. When did this occur, people? This was in October, November of 2021. This was at the peak of the bull run. This is when Bitcoin reached its all-time high. Everybody is playing with cryptos leading up to this point, right? And then the price started tanking. So this just followed the market just like everything else. People want to get their money and leave, and they drain the system. There were no tokenomics, no mechanics in place to help support the price. You compare that to elephant money, right? The bull run stopped November 2021, right? That's when the high. You know, there was a little bit, but even after that, there was still growth. There was still interest. And after the exploit, things was patched and it's still going on track. So if you think this is only going to last a month, people, wait until December, wait until January, wait until February, and you're going to see this price continue to rise. And you're going to be thinking, wow, I wish I would have gotten in, right? And the beautiful thing about elephant money is that you don't even have to invest tens of thousands of dollars, $1,000 or $100. Try it out with $1. Try it out with $10. I mean, for the price of McDonald's Happy Meal or whatever combos they had over there, you can start solidifying your future in elephant money. Take $10, throw it in there. Watch what it does over the course of the next few weeks. It'll take you about 8 to 12 days to recoup. And then once you're done with that, it's just profits after that. And then you come and report in my comments and let me know that this guy was way off. But if he's right, come back to the comments of this video and leave comments about that too. But we're going to see in time. I'm just letting you guys know this guy is not familiar enough about the elephant money protocol to speak on it. Okay.
People that bought over here made all the money. People that bought over here very likely lost their money. Look at this tomb finance. It went from 0.6 cents to $3.
Okay. He's talking about tomb. I pull that up. Again, how dare you compare a chart like this with elephant money? There are tokenomics in place that support this. This just doesn't come out of the blue, people. This isn't just investor interest. There are mechanics in place that is driving the price upwards. Okay. So again, don't listen to what this guy is saying because he's not giving factual information. He's not comparing apples to apples. Okay. Rather than keep going on, I just want to give a quick shout out to Drip. Right? Let's look at the Drip chart. This horrendous project. Now, let's see what happened then. Back during the bull run, that was November 2021, right? Drip wasn't even doing anything. You know, it had a little pick up and go. And what happened here? Now, this is your typical ROI DApp. This is your typical Ponzi scheme. And Forex Shark, I'm still waiting for you to thank me for dumping a lot of money in around this time to help trigger that bull run. But instead of thanking me, you want to ban me, you want to cut off projects. But that's another story. Y'all can go through my history and check that. But Forex Shark has taken a lot of money from a lot of people. I mean, millions of dollars. So be aware of him. Just FYI. All right. But let's jump again and see what my man Gerhard is saying.
Rally. And when you look at the price, you actually see already a crash that happened before. This was not due to tokenomics. So apparently there was some kind of hack that drained all the liquidity. We're pretty much at the same price now compared to when we lost everything before. I do think though that we will see a similar crash going forward again. Not because of a hack, but simply because growth stops. Not if people get into this closed loop system. Don't forget.
All right. So he thinks that if there is not enough interest, the price is going to crash and tank. That's not going to happen, bro. Again, look into the mechanics of the graveyard and Bertha. Okay. You have to understand this to understand how this price is going up and will continue to go up. All right. For this guy here, I would recommend, you have one of those faces that Forex Shark might likes. You have one of the subscriber numbers that Forex Shark might like. He is pushing Animal Farm. So why don't you go to him, give him a call, tell him Mystify sent you, because you have 30,000 subscribers and he wants to promote Animal Farm as much as he can. It's a scam system, but you look like you might have the face for it, and he will pay you for it. He will pay you from investors' capital that he's drained from everybody, but that'll go straight into your pocket. So you can at least get a tip from Forex Shark, promote his little Animal Farm so I can come in and destroy that from the inside out. And also, just because you have 30,000 comments, I see you one of these guys that probably buy your comments, buy your subscriptions, buy your views and stuff, because if you really had 30,000 subs, why you only got 30 comments, and most of these comments I've read are from the elephant money community trying to express to you, you don't know what you're talking about, right? That's one beautiful thing about people in elephant money. We do some research. We find out what's going on, and therefore we are comfortable investing in protocols like this. All right, guys, that's all I got for this video. Shout out to you, man. I ain't trying to come in hard on you, but if you continue to drop more videos about elephant money without really looking into it, then, you'll kind of be on my bad side. And you can ask Forex Shark and Ray of the Bartertown Conglomerate how that works out for them. All right, guys, that's all I got for you in this one, and we'll holler on the next one. Peace out.